Hey guys, so it's been kind of a long time coming. Things have been kind of crazy and busy around here on the ranch, and but I wanted to kind of circle back. A while back, I did a video on that I had a new victim, and Spinergy set me up with a set of their new 20-inch wheels. It's an 18 spoke wheel, and they put it's essentially a 19-inch, like a wider grip. They call it the TC Max, I believe it is. But it's that same stainless steel textured push rim on it, but it's actually got an elongated profile. So it better for grip, better for people who have maybe decreased use in their hands, or just don't really like grabbing a small push ring. And they actually fitted it with a set of these Kenda, they're Booster Pros. They're a 2.2 wide. They're actually a really nice tire. It's got smaller lugs on the crown of the tire, and even up here in the dirt and the gravel, and even now in the snow, I've been very, very impressed with how they move, the traction that I have. Even the snow seems to kind of bang off from them. It doesn't clump up like some of the older mountain bike tires that I've used from Kenda and other brands. I think the smaller lug actually aids in that. I just these wheels, I've really got to say, and the main point of doing this 20-inch wheel with this rubber on it is so that it matches my road 25 wheels, my typical wheels, the same diameter. It's within like 1/8 of an inch. So my posture, my seating position, none of that changes with changing these tires out. And now that I'm up here on the ranch and I'm down to one chair, I don't have my off-road chair, I'm switching tires back and forth. So I go from my road wheels to these wheels, and there's no difference, in the height at all. I've been super impressed also. I've talked to some of my friends who have used these wheels as well, and they said they didn't like them, and I was a little bit concerned too about the smaller diameter push ring. The diameter on the push ring, like I said earlier, is about 19 inches. And so I was wondering how much effort that was going to add in my push, trying to get up an incline or through the dirt or anything like that. And two things that it does. Because of my particular height and the length of my arms and the positioning in my chair, this spot for the push ring for me is actually a very, very comfortable position. And it also, I haven't really found too much difference in getting around, any more effort, any less ability. This difference is really negligible between this and like a standard 25-inch push ring. And I know that's quite a bit of difference, but I do, like I said, I feel this has a very comfortable position for me, and it also kind of gives me almost two gears, because when I'm rolling around on just regular flat, concrete and easy, I have that kind of high speed, just easy roll. But then when I really want to climb, or I'm digging through the mud or the snow or whatever, I can go back to wrapping my hand around the tire and the push ring, and now I get that outer diameter, and I get that little bit of extra torque in my push. So you have that variance even within one wheel. one wheel setup. And so, like I said, I've been super impressed with this. Spinergy has this 18 spoke wheel is just an unbelievably bulletproof wheel. I mean, you should see some of the things that I've done to this wheel, and maybe you shouldn't. But I absolutely love this wheel. It's a fairly lightweight wheel. They did drop some of the weight by going to the smaller diameter of the rim and the push ring and things like that. So even with the larger knobby tire on it, it's very comparable to my road 18-inch 20 or 18 spoke 25-inch wheel. So again, you're not having that much rolling weight as well. Overall, I really give this wheel a lot of props. For any of you out there that are looking to change your wheels back and forth, you know, if you are going off-road from time to time, or like me, you know, living here at the ranch and being out in the grass and the mud and all of that in the pastures daily, yeah, I think this is a very, very good option. And I don't know the pricing where they're at. It's pretty comparable to any of the other Spinergies. It might be a little bit lower than the other 18 spoke wheels, the 25-inch. But again, I have to say this is a very, very good wheel. And look forward to more testing. I've got about, let's see, I think I have 4 months of using these daily, and the tread is still in very, very good shape. And like I said, I've kind of abused them from time to time, and they're still perfectly straight and nice and true. And once again, I know I talked about the TC push rings on another set of wheels, but the TC push rings with this stainless steel compound that they use, it is very dramatically reduces it reduces the scratching, the marring of the push ring itself. The stainless steel is so much more durable than your typical aluminum push ring. There is an added weight to the having the stainless, but in my personal opinion, I will take that weight difference over the durability of what this presents for me. I've scratched this on concrete. I've even had welding slag on it, and it just knocks right off. These are absolutely awesome push rings. They don't seem to hold any sort of temperature really for a long period of time. Even down in Arizona with my other set, in Phoenix in the middle of the summer, and it's 110 degrees, my push rings, if they got hot, they would only get hot for a very short amount of time. Once I started pushing, that heat would dissipate. Same with the cold here. We're getting into the low 30s and high 20s and right now, and my push rings, they'll be cool, they'll be cold for a moment, and then they go to like a real just normalized temperature. It's almost like they just kind of acclimatize to your own hands. I know that sounds kind of weird, but they feel so much better than the aluminum push rings. I can't tell you how many times I had like scalded myself on an aluminum push ring. And even aluminum is supposed to dissipate heat very well, and it didn't. Not like this anyway. So again, I check out Spinergy. I believe Spinergy.com is their website, and have a look for their 20-inch. It should be the SLX wheel. Take a look for this this combination, and guys, keep on trucking out there. Keep on doing things. We'll see you on the next one.